Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Eddie, and it's a rainy day here in my PA organic garden, so I figured I'd stay inside and show you all how to make some CalPhos. Pretty simple recipe, really. What I mainly use is eggshell. I have some right here. Put it in a toaster oven, or even on a piece of foil over a fire outside if you don't want to use, your indoor energy. Roast it up a little bit. It doesn't really need to be heated much. Obviously the eggshells need to be cleaned after you crack them open. Rinse off the eggshells, let them dry out. Then you cook them up. You want some black, some white, and then they'll really be easy to grind up once you heat them. Throw them in like a food processor or use a mortar and pestle. You want to get them as fine as you can. You can use other things also. Here I have some crab shell. Basically do the same thing that I just explained with the eggshell. After you eat your crabs, rinse it all off really well. Throw it in the oven or over a fire. Just basically heat it up so you have a little bit of char on it. And then it'll just be really easy to crush up. Get it as powdered as you can. And I also like to use bone meal actually, which conveniently comes already basically powdered, so you really don't have to do much to that. The first time I made CalPhos, I actually used deer antler, which was a real pain to try to crush up. So if you can use it because it works wonders. But good luck trying to find a way to grind at it. Now, basically what you want to do after you get everything all ground down to the size you want it is if you have 1 cup of your mixed ingredients total, you want to use 5 cups of vinegar. I like to use vinegar with 5% acidity, at least, all natural. Apple cider vinegar would actually really work well also because of the added benefits from being apple cider vinegar, but even distilled white vinegar is going to work perfectly fine. So basically you throw that all together, so 1 part of the eggshell, crab shell, bone, whatever, to 5 parts vinegar. So like I said, if you have 1 cup of the eggshells, you use 5 cups of vinegar. It's really not rocket science. You want to put it all together in a big container. See, I have some going here. I actually threw a tablespoon of humic acid in this as well to just help. I'm not sure it's gonna do much to break down all the calcium and phosphorus from the eggshells and stuff, but that probably will help a little bit. And of course there's going to be the added benefits from just having it in there. You can see I've had it in here. After about 3 or 4 days it'll stop bubbling. This has been sitting for about a week now. In here I have everything I basically just showed you. I have the eggshell, the crab shell, and the bone meal. And this is obviously a gallon that I'm making here. And after it stops bubbling, you can just close it up and let it sit for about 20 days. Filter it into a different jar or container, whatever you want. See, I actually filter mine into little containers because you don't use much, tablespoon per gallon. And here, I'll show you what the final product looks like real quick. I know I'm kind of bouncing around here. You see, this is kind of yellowish. It kind of has a weird smell to it, not quite vinegary. Most of the acidity actually goes away when it sits for the 20 days. So you don't have to worry about, killing your plants like spraying vinegar on them, because that's how I actually get rid of most of my weeds, is just using vinegar and soap. But anyways, I also mixed up a batch here. This on the bottom, you can probably see it looks a little different. It's just white, and that's powdered limestone. So I'm gonna do a gallon of the limestone with a gallon of the eggshell, crab shell, and bone meal with the humic acid. Then I'm just going to combine the two when it's all said and done. I did the limestone just for the added calcium because I believe calcium is the key to success in a garden. Besides that, there's really not much to it. Like I said, just let it set for 20 days after it stops bubbling, strain it. You want to get all the big chunks out obviously, so it's just the liquid. Then use 1 tablespoon per gallon. You can use it as a foliar spray, you can water it into your soil, but it's going to be much more beneficial as the foliar spray. And what I actually like to do is add a couple of tablespoons when I make my compost tea, because of the crab shell in there, it will actually break down the chitin, and that in the compost tea will get broken down into the, I believe it's called chitosan. I could be wrong about the pronunciation of it. Not a scientist or anything, so. But anyways, it'll break the chitin down into what I believe is called chitosan, and that's really beneficial for your plants. So definitely you want to use this stuff in your activated aerated compost teas. I try to feed my garden with compost tea at least once a week, and I mean, you guys have seen my plants. You'll get an update here on that next sunny day. So, well, that's about it. Thanks for stopping by. Like my video if you like the instructions there, and comment. Feel free to comment. I'm really not getting any comments. Ask any questions. Like I said, I'll answer to the best of my ability. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.